Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle, your tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we are going to take a look at the Waleses. So we're going to do whales watching. We're going to check in on Prince William in this video, just see how he's doing. He did return to work after the Easter break and his family respite, taking care of his lovely bride, the Princess of Wales. So we're just going to see how things are going. I know Louis just had a birthday, but we're not going to go too deep into that. We're just going to take a look at the adults. So let's bring up the card view. And as always, thanks so much for being here. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. We have a lot of fun here. We do a lot of lives. I do want to remind everyone that the Psychic News Report now is its own channel. There will be a link to it in the description of this video, so you can go over and check it out there. We're going to be promoting weekly. We're going to be doing a weekly show, and we're going to add some cool stuff on there. So it should turn out to be a really cool channel. We really do want it to be a hub for all things funky and esoteric and wild. We want you to, base it on the news, but we want to have some fun with it. So let's bring up the card view. So like I said, William has returned to work, fortunately, after his break. He does look refreshed. He doesn't look quite as tired as he did before. I am confident he was really burning the midnight oil. So let's see how he's doing. Chariot. He is perfectly at ease with that Chariot in reverse. He is not trying to level up, just kind of coasting along and not really trying to put anything new forward. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of locking down. And this is when this card is what either crosses you or prevents you from moving forward or locks you in place and supports you in the place that you are. So with the Chariot in reverse, he's not looking to level up. He's not looking to do any new projects. He's just going to keep the status quo for now, which I think is a good idea. We're coming into the spring, which is lovely in England. I do love the spring in England. And he's just going to kind of keep status quo. So he's keeping a lot of information under wraps at this point. Under the surface, he is thinking about new projects, but it's thinking only. He is not acting on them. Currently, with this Knight of Pentacles, we're just managing the stuff that we have going on. We're not diving into new projects like the Knight of Swords would, or the Knight of Wands. We're really just kind of maintaining. So I feel like there's a big focus on the financials and just managing that. He is in charge of the Duchy of Cornwall now. Duchy of Cornwall? Duchy of Cornwall? Yes, I think it's the Duchy of Cornwall. I believe he's in charge of that, which does finance a great amount of the royal family and all the happenings that they have. So focused on that. Really, he's like an accountant. He's leaning over a book. He's just kind of doing things. I do see that they are at Adelaide Cottage a great deal. This is a great place for them to be. It's very cozy and it's very sweet and it's very comfortable. And I do feel that Kate really likes that place. When they go to apartment, I believe 1A is their apartment. And when they go there, it's more work. Adelaide Cottage, it seems like they can kind of step away from work because it's not big enough for them to have offices and a lot of brouhaha in there. They have to actually go to an office to get some work done. So I think that's a good move. Adelaide Cottage is adorable. If you haven't seen it, at one point it housed monkeys. So it's got a really cool, I shouldn't say housed monkeys, but they had monkeys in it. It is a really, really cool property. So what is behind him, what he needs to either pack in his suitcase and bring with him into the future, or what he needs to forget about and leave in the past, is going over past history, trying to see how he could make things better, trying to see how he could correct things. We really need to leave this in the past. So if he's second guessing his relationship, say with a family member, he's got to just forget about it. He's got to just leave it in the past. It's not something that he needs to bring into the future with him. I get a great sense of isolation here. I do think that we are seeing a widening rift at this point. I don't think the rift is getting any better. What is on his mind? His mind is on keeping his family safe and out of the fray at this point. I think the strategy for William and his his business associates, let's put it that way, or the people that support the business of being the Prince of Wales. They are really working on keeping the family isolated, safe. There is something to be said about the mystery of royalty. We really shouldn't know about medical procedures that people have had. We shouldn't know details about them. It's one thing if, like, Darren McGrady, tells us the boys' favorite meal when they were kids was cottage pie versus shepherd's pie. Yeah, that's one thing. That's cute information that we find out, but we really don't need to know who is circumcised and who is not. This is really about keeping all of that information private, keeping their family information private, because the mystery is what creates the interest and intrigue in the royal family. Certain people have set the bar to a certain degree and have invited scrutiny, all the while screaming privacy. I think we all know who I'm talking about. And this is really trying to restore, William is trying to restore that level of privacy, which is a great boon to all of us tarot readers, because then we can do the tarot scope sneaky peek at what they're doing or what their intentions are. So really great. It's one of the reasons why tarot readers and psychics love the royal family. Too much information, we get oversaturated. So what's in the immediate future for him? Death card in reverse, not changing, fighting the course of change, fighting inevitable change, really struggling to keep his things in place. Now, is this a fight against the changing interest in the royal family? This, more of a demanding, intimate view into their life. Is this fighting against that? We'll take one card just to see. And yes, he wants to keep things a little bit quieter. He wants to keep the interest. I'm going to put that sun card right underneath. It's in reverse. He wants to keep the interest, but not the intrusion. So we're working in the I department here. So how does he see himself? He sees himself as pulling the family out of this fray. We have the Six of Swords. This is escaping the drama, escaping the wild waters. You can see them to the right of the boat, going into the smooth waters, which we see to the left of the boat. He is navigating it. He is taking the bull by the horns. How do others see him? The others see him as escaping and pulling away. So I do think that there is some disagreement about his proposed future for the visibility of the royal family. I think there's some conversations about that. William, I think, wants to return very much to what the late Queen Elizabeth had done, where there was interest but not intrusion. And I think he really wants to create that kind of a milieu with the royal family and their public relations. So I think that's terrific. You can do that. You can balance it. I think him and Edward are getting it right. Sophie as well. I think, we're hearing them speak. We get a sense of their kindness and their interest in different projects that they're involved in, but we don't get this editorial on it. I think they're doing it right. They're shining a light on the projects that they need to shine a light on. So hopes and fears. His hope is that we can start anew. There's going to be a modern spin on this, just because the march of time, it's marching over our faces. We know that. The march of time and how industry is changing, how social media has changed everything, how public relations has changed. He is trying to find a good balance between that, a creative good balance, which is very cool. Final outcome card. Let's see what's going on. He is going to find the way to have two lives. He's going to have a public life, and he is going to have a secure and healthy private life. So I think this looks pretty good for him. I don't think, we're not seeing doom and gloom. He's being smart and measured about it. What are some good things that we can expect from him in the future? Let's do a little shuffle. And I'm dropping cards. Sloppy shuffle. What are some good things he can look forward to? Happy family. Things are gonna work out all right someday. And the Hierophant. Oh my goodness. And the Empress. That is an interesting mix right there. Good things he can look forward to. Happy family, success. He's going to be balanced emotionally. This bodes very, very well for the Princess of Wales' health and her stability moving into the future. The Hierophant, is the seat of power. He really is becoming the seat of power in England. He is surpassing his father, even though his father is technically the king, in terms of likability, in terms of how he is handling things, in terms of his energetic grasp on the control of the situation. He is really the de facto king. I'm just going to say that. And the lovely bride is the mother of the country. She is a perfect English rose. And this is a great combination. We get Camelot with this. What does he have to watch out for? We're going to put these on the side. These are all good things, a little good spell casting there. What does he have to watch out for? Where are the pitfalls for this guy? Cycle of not ending. So he has to be careful of the cycle that refuses to end. So we all have these people in our lives where they want to belabor a point. They want to go over it, over and over it. They don't forget that you wronged them some time ago. He needs to divorce himself from that situation. He needs to not engage anymore. That means, it's a canned response. It's, the number you have reached has been disconnected. He needs to do that. That really, and it doesn't matter what comes out in the press or in a book or in an interview or in anything like that. He just needs to have the canned response. This is no longer a member of the royal family. We decline to comment further. We have already given our opinion on this. The relationship is dead. Temperance, this is keeping control of his emotions. This is done with therapy. This is very easily done with therapy. He just needs to work with someone who can help him navigate having these two lives, which we have here. The two lives are going to be separate, but they are going to collide at times, the personal family life and the professional life as a royal, as a leading royal. I have to say leading royal. So those worlds are going to collide. He's going to eventually have to learn how to mesh those. So it's not something at the moment. It's a lesson to be learned by anyone who is a pillar of power, someone who's involved in business or a successful franchise. You have to figure out how to balance your family life and your professional life. So all in all, it looks really, really good for William. So I am not too worried about him. We're going to do Catherine in the next one, the Princess of Wales. We are going to take a look at how she's doing, take a look at what she has to be concerned about. And I think I'm going to do just a quick one on Harry and William's relationship. I think that deserves a short look. We'll just do a short video on it. So I hope all of you are having a great day. I hope you did enjoy this. If you would like your own magical reading, you can book one at the link in the signature below, or signature. I always say that. In the description below, you can book your own magical reading with me. I will have classes coming up soon. I'm going to do little mini classes on here, and please be sure to go check out the Psychic News Report. It's so much fun. We have Thor Sandalwood, we have Rick Paul, with the waistcoat medium. We've got Tarot Destiny, we've got Deborah Schoen, and most of all, we have Rob Akampora, our amazing host. He's our psychic sheep herder. So we'll have a great time with that. I'm going to be starting a new series of a 12-week class soon. So you can look out for announcements for that as well. So everybody have a great day. I will see you soon.